back with Jeff Smith of Smule. We're going to talk about how your advice to companies and the advice you're giving yourself too, and that advice is how do you run your company during a downturn, and what have you learned during the last downturn about operating your company?
Well, that's a longer conversation.
Okay.
Because I can remember having a conversation with friends around December of 2000, and it was pretty clear to me in December of 2000 that somebody was turning off the lights. And then I remember again after 9/11 what it was like to take a company that was selling products into the financial services industry, for example, and think about how we were going to regroup and recover and grow. So having survived the nuclear winter and grown and prospered after the nuclear winter, as we approach the next nuclear winter that looks every bit, if not more so, worse than what we've experienced before, I would say number one, I wouldn't focus on your balance sheet. I would focus on your P&L, and specifically, I would focus on revenue growth. You can't make long-term bets. And in fact, making long-term bets are dangerous because you don't really know if that bet's going to pan out or not. And instead, I think you got to look reality in the face, and it's where is there a value proposition for your products? Where is there revenue? How long does it take to sell this product versus that product? That's what you have to look in the face. If you don't have any revenue, time to move on. If you do have revenue, then analyze it and look specifically at where there's a more rapid sales cycle and where there's a value proposition today as there was yesterday. And focus on that. Okay, so one of the mistakes I made in my past business is we had a gigantic balance sheet. We were really good at raising capital. And what that meant was that our management team wasn't particularly disciplined, because we could afford to make mistakes because we had all of this cash. Mm-hmm. And in fact, after the management team for the 7th time said, well, we still have 10 quarters of cash, I decided to take some of the cash off the balance sheet and go and launch a stock buyback. And guess what? In 2 quarters we were profitable. And so this really is the essence of the advice I would have to anybody that's managing a business now. Don't get profitable a year from now. I wouldn't even think about the fundraising thing because I think that could just perpetuate undisciplined business models. Figure out how to make money now. Like now. And as soon as you're making money now, guess what? You control your own destiny, and now you're in the advantageous position where whatever R&D funding you're doing is not disrupted by cuts, by changes, all of that. You can take that all out of the equation if you focus on the very simple principle of, okay, how am I going to make money now? Now, that sounds like it might be a challenge for some businesses. It turns out it's not so challenging if you can learn to cut away the stuff that is not strategic, the stuff you think is your future, the stuff that you think, oh, this is why I created the company, not to have this stupid little product that everybody wants to buy right now. Right. Get over it. Get over it. Okay. So that would be my 2 cents, for what it's worth.
It's worth a lot. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah.